Hey, what's going on, guys and gals? Welcome back to yet again another bad business video. In today's bad business video, we have here all Damascus Gold freaking SMGs except for the PP19. That's the one that we're gonna get today. We literally only have 5 headshots left, and then we'll get this camo, and then we'll have all Damascus Gold SMGs, which is pretty awesome. I'm pretty excited for it. Now, without further ado, let's get straight into the gameplay, man. All right, let's see if we can get these headshots done as soon as possible. Got a headshot there. That was nice. I do also want to talk about how I would do the challenges with SMGs and stuff, but I want to get these headshots done as quick as possible. There's another one. Let's get it. A third one. There we go. One last one. We just need one more. Let's go. We got it. Yes. Give me the Damascus Gold. Let's see it. There it is. Let's go, dude. Let's throw that on right now. Let's see it. Boom, baby. There it is. For the remainder of this video, I'm going to be using the Sten gun just because I feel like it. But I also do want to talk about what exactly I did to get all Damascus Gold SMGs. Say hi to YouTube, everyone. Hi. That's hilarious. Anyways, I want to get back into the main topic of today's video, right? The SMGs in this game were not really particularly like the worst thing to get Damascus Gold, but I think it was definitely one of the most time-consuming categories I've done so far. And I don't know if it's because there's a lot, I don't know if there's a lot more or if there's just as much ARs as there are SMGs in this game. No, I think there's a lot more ARs in this. Yeah, there's definitely a lot more ARs in this game. I just think that all the ARs shred in this game, so it's not really like that big of a deal, you know what I mean? But yeah, I really do want to talk about all the challenges that are on SMGs and things that you can do to get these challenges done easier, what I did. So the first set of challenges that we're going to have is kills, headshot kills. So these are all the challenges that you guys are going to have for SMGs, right? You guys are going to have kills, headshot kills, ADS kills, hipfire kills, sliding kills, crouching kills, and that's literally it. Sounds simple enough, but I'll tell you what, dude, the headshot kills, at least for me, those were really kind of my struggle with the SMGs. Everything else is pretty straightforward. Like the sliding kills and the crouching kills, you can kind of combine those together. And even if you really wanted to, you can get the sliding, crouching, hipfire, or ADS kills all together. Just kind of combo those three into like one thing. And since you're going to be getting kills for those things, it's also going to count towards kills for these. So I wouldn't even really look at the kills section of this. Just more pay attention to the ADS, hipfire, sliding, crouching, all that other stuff. But the hardest thing for me about SMGs were getting the headshot kills. Now you see here the Sten gun. I love the Sten gun. The Sten is one of those guns that have really solid irons, and irons that I particularly really love using. But for me, I can't really get headshot kills with irons sometimes, no matter how good the iron sights are. I mean, take irons like the Mutant, right? Like the Mutant assault rifle, that's an assault rifle that has really good iron sights, but I just struggled so hard with getting those headshot kills. So I had to use like a coyote sight or just some sort of other sight to actually like change it up. Same thing with the PP19, actually. I usually love using the coyote sight on the PP19, or even the iron sights on that gun too. The iron sights are really nice. But whenever I was grinding for camos or skins or anything like that on the PP19, I literally had to switch over from a coyote sight over to a holographic sight. So don't be afraid to try something else out, you know, if it's not really working for you. And another thing about SMGs in this game is that they're gonna have a lot, and I mean a lot, of recoil. At least some of them do. Some of them are really not that bad, but you know, some of them will have a bit of recoil that you can't control. And I can give you like a kind of like a universal setup, like a setup that I use to personally start with on an SMG whenever I want to do like no recoil on it and stuff like that. So for an SMG like the FMG here, right, like this is the personal setup that I'd use. So let's take this gun for an example, right? The FMG. The FMG doesn't really have that many attachments to it, you know, since it's an older model SMG and it doesn't have its revamp yet. So let's just take this gun for an example, right? And I will move on to the more complicated guns in just a moment. But the FMG here, right? We have the muzzles, we have the lasers, grip, perk, all that stuff, right? And let's just say I struggled with recoil on this gun. I don't, because it has low recoil, but let's just say I did. This is kind of the setup I would go about it, right? I'd put probably coyote sight on it, tactical laser, and I'd probably not put monolithic. I would probably either put muzzle brake or I'd put compensator on it. Depending on, you can see right here, this little bottom right thing over here, depending on what this little bottom right square down here, as you can see, what that says is what I usually go off of. So if you look at this, it's just shooting straight up, and you know, vertical recoil is, you know, up and down, vertical's up and down, so you want to use muzzle brake. So if I want to control it better going up and down, I would use muzzle brake. If I want to control it better going from side to side, like maybe it's moving more towards the left side of my screen or it's moving more towards the right side of my screen, I would want compensator. But for this gun, in this instance, I would use muzzle brake if I was struggling with recoil on this gun. Next up, we have all these other grips, and let's just say muzzle brake still isn't really helping with my recoil control. What I would personally do is just put on rubberized tape, dude. Just put that on, boom, there you go. Better recoil control overall. And then for the perks, you know, that's completely up to you. That's just personally what you want to put on. I personally recommend either lightweight or sleight of hand. But like I said, it just depends on how you personally feel with this gun. But like me personally, on a gun like the SMG here, it doesn't really have much recoil, so I could just kind of run my normal setup on it that I usually would. But now let's take a gun like the Scorpion here. Right now, the Scorpion is a great gun. It has a bit of recoil to it. Sometimes, you know, when going for those headshots, it's a little annoying to control. So this is what I do whenever I need to control the recoil. This is what I do. Ready? So I just took off all my attachments on my Scorpion here, and this is what the recoil is looking like. It's going more towards the left side. So this is a completely fresh Scorpion here, and as you can see, it's going more towards the left side. It's dragging more towards the left whenever you start shooting. So on a gun like a Scorpion, this is what I would personally run. I would probably go over here and look at the barrels first. And I can see here, it says decreased horizontal recoil. I don't really care about the fire rate that much because, you know, either way, I'm still going to get the kill no matter what. So to me, doesn't really matter much. I'm going to go ahead and throw on heavy barrel. And as you can see here, the recoil just kind of changed right there. So the next thing I'd probably do is probably put on Ranger grip because it actually decreases the recoil by a lot. As you can see right there, it went from being all the way at the top to all the way kind of just a little bit more towards the bottom, which is kind of what I want. Then I would also throw on rubberized tape. After rubberized tape, I'd go down to the stock section and probably put on tactical stock just because it also increases the recoil control. And now this last part is completely optional. I would go over here and just kind of see, like, you know, whether I want a coyote sight or if I want to make this thing into a burst because it does increase the headshot damage. So if I want headshots, I might put this one on. Or even if I like the irons on it and I can actually get headshots with it, I might even just throw on, like, you know, lightweight or sleight of hand. So that's usually how I go about building a gun, you know. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put on, let's see here. If you guys like me being more informative and doing this type of stuff for the Damascus Hue series, let me know, because I honestly don't mind giving what my tips and tricks are to get gold faster. Because at the end of the day, I feel like that's what this series should be, right? Me going for Hue, but also giving you all some tips and tricks that I found along the way. So this gun, for an example, like, this is just one example, and that's literally what I go off of. I kind of go off of this little recoil thing right here. It's not 100% accurate, but as you can even see, like, it's definitely a lot easier to control than our first thing was. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you all did enjoy today's video. If you all did enjoy, please be sure to smack a like on it. It lets me know that you all do enjoy and do want more content like this. But I will talk to all you beautiful, beautiful people on the next one. Later. Peace.